Hi guys, KieranR1885 here, and today I am bringing you a brand new series. So we are kicking things off with a FIFA 16 career mode, and as you can see on the screen, the club I am going with is Norwich City. Quite an odd choice, however, I believe it will be a decent choice for this series. I wouldn't class them as subpar team in the BPL, but they're decent, and with a decent budget also, which means there's plenty of room for improvement. They have got some quite old players in this club, but rather experienced players also. Therefore, I can be getting rid of these players sooner rather than later and be replacing them with younger talent. So, as this loads up, this is essentially going to be a project, you could say. I'm going to be doing a pre-season tournament as well, just to get the extra transfer budget and be able to possibly bring in one more signing using that budget. The main idea is to essentially just be, like I previously mentioned, bring in some young players and get Norwich up to their glory days. I mean, they've been recently promoted this season, fair play to them, and hopefully I can get them to have a strong start in this first season. So here we go, let's get in straight into these pre-season tournaments. And the middle one, obviously it's going to be the toughest, but it gives the most money. So here we go. So let's see, we have 25 million to spend, but I'm going to adjust that a little bit based on wages. Okay, so 21 million, 150k, I think that's a fair balance. See what sort of players we're facing here. So Nathan Redmond, definitely going to be a quality player in this side. Look at those physical stats: 84 balance, 90 agility, 89 acceleration, 84 sprint speed, 80 dribbling as well there on the skill attributes. Decent long shots, not bad shot power. He's only 21 years old, 4-star skill moves. Absolutely fantastic choice. But then we've also got players like Robbie Brady. He's only 23. He's a left back now. Wow. But he's got some good stats on him, that kid. So, and also decent players such as Mbakani. Whilst he's 29, especially in this first season, it's going to be decent having a player like him be able to come into the side and just produce goal, 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 goal. First choice. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the strongest side out right now. And here we are, guys. This is the strongest side that I have made using the players available. So we're starting off with John Ruddy in goal, Martin Olsen at left back with a centre back partnership of Basong and Russell Martin, Andre Wisdom at right back. I do have Stephen Whittaker though. Stephen Whittaker, that is a 71 overall. However, he is 31 years old compared to Wisdom being 22. Wisdom is going to be the better option going forward, as Whittaker I am going to list up in the transfer window. Next up we have Mulumbu at CDM, by far the stronger favourite in this side. The other options though, we have Teti, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that second name, Dorrans and O'Neill as well. So we have a lot of backup options in both CDM and the cam position, to be fair. Johnny Howson, why is it Jarvis at the left hand side. He is 74 overall. I believe they've only got him on loan at the moment, but he's a nice choice so far. Might look to maybe bring in someone else. And Nathan Redmond, he's going to be the star of the show. Definitely. 74 overall. Loads of room for improvement. High potential. 4-star skills. 21 years old. Cracking player on the right hand side. Wes Houlihan is in the centre attacking mid position. Decent all-round stats, nice vision, decent balance. 76 overall, not too bad. He is getting on a bit, 33, but 4-star skills, left foot. He's going to be a decent player, at least for this first season. But like I previously mentioned, I will have a replacement lined up by the end of the season. So if Houlihan does start decreasing, I can easily bring someone else in. And then to finish off the team up front, we have Mbakani, 78 overall, the strongest player on the side. And Cameron Jerome for a bit of pace, a bit of strength, shot power, finishing. A really good combination, which hopefully is going to be firing in goal. So as you can see on the screen, our goal for the Domestic Cup, round of 16, could be achievable. I mean, we've got quite a bit of squad depth, so hopefully we shall be able to achieve that and finish mid-table. Don't see why not. That'd be pretty easy, quite honestly. So here's our first scout report based on some signings we could make. Callum Wilson. Do you know what? I'm going to add him to the shortlist because he might actually be a good signing up front, maybe as a Mbakani sort of replacement. You've also got Gylfi Sigurdsson, maybe a good option for Wes Hoolahan, perhaps. I'll file a scout report and I'll see what that comes back with. I think he's around a 77 overall, so we'll just have to wait and see on that one. And moving on to selling the players, we've got loads of players out on loan and loaned in. So Van Wolfswinkel, of course, he's out on loan. The Murphy twins are out on loan, Jacob and Josh Murphy. Both players with high potential, going to be pretty decent signings. Gary Hooper's gone out. Bennett has gone out. Toffolo's gone out. Is that Louis Thompson there? Decent. Louis Thompson is an extremely decent player. And then Wisdom and Jarvis are actually on loan at the club so far. So Johnny Howson, I believe I'm going to keep him for the meantime and then see whether I'll actually need him based on whether I could bring someone else in. So Gary O'Neill, he's 69 rated, 32 years old. He's going to get instantly listed up. Stephen Whittaker, he's also going to go. Turner's been loaned out. If he wasn't loaned out, he would also be getting transfer listed. And Graham Dorrans is only just joined. Okay. Tetty is actually a really good backup option, so I keep him in so far. And I'm going to list up Kyle Lafferty also, because I personally think I'll use him. I'll probably prefer to use Lewis Graben. He seems like a better player. Okay, so next up we'll have our training. Jamal Lauser is a promising player. So to be fair, I'm going to give him two drills. Focus on his dribbling and his shooting, which should be pretty impressive. Get that 61. I want to get him to a set. I know it's quite ambitious, but maybe a 70 overall by the end of the season. Next up, I am going to train. I'm going to go with, let's put Nathan Redmond on a shooting drill. I mean, he's going to be playing on the right wing, but at the same time I want him to be increasing those stats, getting into decent positions, maybe scoring a few goals for the season. And then, of course, increase the already insane stats that are his dribbling and his agility. And finally, I'm going to use the last training drill on Robbie Brady. He's only a 69, but for him to compete in the first team, he needs to be doing a hell of a lot better than that. So we'll just simulate our first round of training. Some decent stat increases, nothing too amazing. And as I say that, we are going to move. So as you can see on the screen, our goal for the Domestic Cup, round of 16, could be achievable. I mean, we've got quite a bit of squad depth, so hopefully we shall be able to achieve that and finish mid-table. Don't see why not. That'd be pretty easy, quite honestly. So here's our first scout report based on some signings we could make. Callum Wilson. Do you know what? I'm going to add him to the shortlist because he might actually be a good signing up front, maybe as a Mbakani sort of replacement. You've also got Gylfi Sigurdsson, maybe a good option for Wes Hoolahan, perhaps. I'll file a scout report and I'll see what that comes back with. I think he's around a 77 overall, so we'll just have to wait and see on that one. And moving on to selling the players, we've got loads of players out on loan and loaned in. So Van Wolfswinkel, of course, he's out on loan. The Murphy twins are out on loan, Jacob and Josh Murphy. Both players with high potential, going to be pretty decent signings. Gary Hooper's gone out. Bennett has gone out. Toffolo's gone out. Is that Louis Thompson there? Decent. Louis Thompson is an extremely decent player. And then Wisdom and Jarvis are actually on loan at the club so far. So Johnny Howson, I believe I'm going to keep him for the meantime, and then see whether I'll actually need him based on whether I could bring someone else in. So Gary O'Neill, he's 69 rated, 32 years old. He's going to get instantly listed up. Stephen Whittaker, he's also going to go. Turner's been loaned out. If he wasn't loaned out, he would also be getting transfer listed. And Graham Dorrans is only just joined. Okay. Tetty is actually a really good backup option, so I keep him in so far. And I'm going to list up Kyle Lafferty also, because I personally think I'll use him. I'll probably prefer to use Lewis Graben. He seems like a better player. Okay, so next up we'll have our training. Jamal Lauser is a promising player. So to be fair, I'm going to give him two drills. Focus on his dribbling and his shooting, which should be pretty impressive. Get that 61. I want to get him to a set. I know it's quite ambitious, but maybe a 70 overall by the end of the season. Next up, I am going to train. I'm going to go with, let's put Nathan Redmond on a shooting drill. I mean, he's going to be playing on the right wing, but at the same time I want him to be increasing those stats, getting into decent positions, maybe scoring a few goals for the season. And then, of course, increase the already insane stats that are his dribbling and his agility. And finally, I'm going to use the last training drill on Robbie Brady. He's only a 69, but for him to compete in the first team, he needs to be doing a hell of a lot better than that. So we'll just simulate our first round of training. Some decent stat increases, nothing too amazing. And as I say that, we are going to move on to the first game of the season, which is pre-season against Stuttgart. And as I say, so we have our final scout report on Callum Wilson, and he's a 75. Those stats are actually really decent, to be fair. I'm feeling if I can bring him in, hopefully cheap. They want between 5.1 and 5.9. Oh, I'm going to try 4.2 million. Because if I'm going to bring in a player like Wilson, he is a good player. Like, he's got some insane stats for a 23-year-old. But at the same time, I don't want to be paying insane amounts for him. And here we are, guys, the first game in the European International Cup, Norwich versus Stuttgart. We're playing at Signal Iduna Park, which is quite big. Let's get right into it.
The fans certainly play a bigger part.
This match is Norwich City, and they face Stuttgart. Here is the Norwich City team for you today. Andre Wisdom starts with Martin Olsen.
Oh, well in Malumbu. Plays that ball off Mbakani.
So a couple of strikers for them.
Oh, that was awful.
Stuttgart, we can look at their lineup now. Well, more often than not, we're looking at teams that shape up this way, Alan.
Yeah, such a popular system, 4-2-3-1. It gives you a lot of stability, and if your front four, as you might describe them, are good players, it's a really potent system.
Gentner.
Oh dear, that was awful play. Good job that's gone out for a goal kick.
Goal kick.
That was a big pass there.
Well, they can be really the heartbeat of the team, these central midfield players, and we've got a new one making his debut today. What do you make of it, Alan?
Well, I'm impressed by the signing. I think he'll give them a bit more composure.
Go on in, Wisdom, let's get it. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
He's a good pass for the ball.
Another awful pass. It's just not gelling so far.
That is a tackle and a half. Jarvis.
Well in, Jarvis.
That's a tremendous piece of play. Martin Olsen.
Oh, Houlihan. No. Oh. He only went and messed that one up, didn't he? Malumbu. Oh, what a strike. He's gone out for a corner. Houlihan, I'm going to try and ping it out. Oh, he's messed it up. Go on, Jarvis. Cut inside. Unlucky, I still got the ball. He's lucky, he's still got the ball. How has he still got the ball? He's still got it. What the hell? Oh, unlucky. Oh. Go on, Jerome. Oh. And that's half time. That was a relatively boring first half.
And we're going to have...
So Stuttgart are making 2 changes going into the second half. Let's just pray that this second half is actually a bit more productive from this Norwich team.
Might change now.
Jerome.
Nice little pass there from Jerome. Houlihan's going through. Go on, Wes. That took a deflection.
As blocks go, that's a good one.
Well in, corner. Houlihan to take it.
And the goalkeeper coming off his
Straight
line.
to the keeper.
Jerome.
Well in, Jerome. Oh my, what a poor shot.
Team really back. Yusuf Malumbu. Great tackle.
My defending is absolute trash.
And it will go into the middle now. No scraps for the attackers to feed on from the goalkeeper that time. Hung on to the ball well.
Let's go, Redmond. Oh, what a pass to Mbakani. Play it through. Jerome. No.
Great work by the goalkeeper.
Close.
The possession stats on the screen now. There they are.
Is that Jarvis making a run? That is. Go on, Jarvis. Finesse.
The shot's on! Into the goalkeeper's hands. And not really challenged the keeper there.
Another poor chance. One thing I'm not liking at the moment is Malumbu is getting beaten in every single aerial battle in the midfield right now. Maybe a CDM could also be what I look for, but a nice tall CDM, one that's going to do the job. I am incredible. And there we go. A very, very boring game. The stats are just absolute rubbish. Like 9 shots, 6 on target, but Cameron Jerome was just like, they were just like daisy cutters. Every single one. Just going straight to the keeper. It was just too easy. So Kyle Lafferty, an offer's come in. I'm just going to accept that. I mean, it's just shy of $1 million, but I don't want the guy. I'm never going to use him. I'm just going to take the money and run. Let's see who is in this scout report. Ooh. Trokowski. He's actually a really good player on this game. At least from previous experience, I know that anyway. No one in here that really interests me. Maybe Youssef Paulsen. Be a good shout. Let's see. I'm going to bid 3.5 million. I mean, he's around the 71 overall mark, I believe. So, shouldn't be that bad of a player to pick up. I've also decided that despite the fact that the scout report is still yet to come back, a value for Gylfi Sigurdsson has come back of around £7.5 million. He's 25 years old. He has some decent overall stats. So I'm going to put in the bid of £7.5 million. I believe he'd be worth that. I think he's around the high 70s mark, so he would literally go straight into the team. I've submitted that offer. I'm still waiting on the offer back for Callum Wilson, and I'm going to sim this match against Real Betis and just pray for a good result. So, will I get a result? I'm just going to sim straight away. And another draw. They missed a penalty in the first minute. Wow. Okay, that was incredibly lucky. Okay, so I do actually have 5 emails. I'm going to go and view those now. Okay, Gylfi Sigurdsson, final scout report. So, as you can see, here is my shortlist. I've actually added some other players into the shortlist. So, I'm going to make an offer for Gylfi Sigurdsson. You might see in a previous bit of footage that I did already make an offer for him, but my game actually crashed halfway through filming that footage. So there is the offer again of 7.5 million. I've also added in Benny Kofobe, Damari Gray, and Iorfa, none of which I have filed scout reports for, but they are all, I've bought them all in previous career modes, and I know they are all decent players, and I know that I can pick them up relatively cheap also. Gray is also going to be a very good pickup on the basis that he can go straight into my team, maybe as a replacement for Matt Jarvis. Same with Iorfa, him and Wisdom are around the same rating anyway, so it's sort of a case of I can pick him up and put him straight in the first team. And Benny Kofobe may be my second choice striker. It depends, but based on the performance, based on the performance in the first game, I'm gonna see if they'll do a straight swap for Cameron Jerome, and if they do, happy days. If they don't, then maybe I'll add some cash on. But I've put in an offer for all 6 of the players on my shortlist, so all we got to do now is wait to hear back. Okay, so as you can see, a transfer offer for Gary O'Neill. I'm just going to accept that offer straight away, just get rid. I mean, I'm never going to use him. It's just pointless having him in my club. And we're going to sim this game against Real Betis. Hopefully we'll get a victory. Will we get a victory? Yes, we will. 2-1. And ironically, the guy that I'm actually selling, Kyle Lafferty, scored the winner. Fantastic. Okay. So now we're going to move on to my emails. I've got 6 unopened emails. Okay, so Bournemouth, they want 8 million for Callum Wilson. Oh. Okay, so they accepted the offer for Iorfa. He only wants 7k a week. Impressive. That's fine by me. Then Leipzig accepted the offer for Youssef Poulsen. Oh. Okay. I'm not going to up it to 8 million for Callum Wilson, but I'll go as high as, I'm going to go 6.5, and if they accept that, then I'm going to pick Callum Wilson over Poulsen. I'll still submit a contract offer. He wants 20,000. Be an important first team player. And then they want 1.7 million and Jerome. I'll increase it to 1 million. I think 1 million and Jerome's a fair deal. And he's not my favoured choice at the moment anyway. So here we are again, guys. Gary O'Neill has been sold to Bolton. Only 400k has been allocated to my transfer budget, but I mean, there's only going to be a small fee anyway. Damari Gray, the transfer offer has been accepted by Birmingham. I think it was around £4 million the fee. They want 8 million. No, he wants 8,000 a week, 4-year contract. Important first team player status. Should happily sign him. However, Swansea want 14 million for Gylfi Sigurdsson. I'm not convinced on 14 million personally, so I'm up to 9.5, and I think that's the highest I'm going to go for Gylfi. I do have one more player that I have just thought of. I'm not sure if he is available in this first season. If he's not, then I'll simply shortlist him and then bring him in the second season. There he is. He's actually on loan at Vitesse. The Chelsea player Nathan. I'm going to get a scout report anyway to see what his overall's like. Probably hope to pick him up at the start of the next season then, by the looks of it. Right. And up next we have Hertha Berlin, the last game in the group stages. Hopefully we can pick up another win. So Lafferty's gone to Middlesbrough. 825k has been added to my transfer budget. And the Houlihan is not going to leave for £3 million. If he leaves, it will be either in January or at the start of next season. I'm not keen on letting him go just yet, seeing as he did play well in that first game. Oh, okay, this is interesting. So they've accepted the offer for a Phobe. Give him exactly what he wants. However, Callum Wilson. They've accepted £6.5 million for Callum Wilson. Crucial first team player, definitely. Paulson, they've accepted Iorfa. Is definite. Welcome to Norwich, Iorfa. And Paulson, I'm actually going to reject, based on the fact that I'd rather have Callum Wilson in my team at the moment, and also Afobe could also replace Jerome and become a second choice player. So as you can see right now, I'm bringing in Iorfa for Wisdom straight into the first team. Definitely some first team action is going to benefit him a lot, especially because I believe he's only 19 years old. Oh no, he's 20. Okay, I was close enough. But he is an outstanding player. He's tall, he's great in the air, good physical stats, and he's going to make his debut against Hertha Berlin. So, simulate this game as well. Hopefully pick up a win, go through to the semi-finals of this tournament. Woof. Talk about a win, 4-1. Mbakani picked up a double. Jerome and Redmond also with a goal with more training. I'm just going to simulate the round of training again. Hopefully we'll see an overall increase. Nope. But we have seen some decent stats go up. Robbie Brady creeping towards that 70 rating. And Lauza is close to a 62. Hopefully he should get that on the next one. And Damari Gray has accepted a contract offer. So welcome to Norwich, Damari Gray. I'm going to play the semis and the final. And there we go. They've accepted the transfer offer. £9.5 million, which is quite a substantial decrease based on what they wanted originally. So he's going to get 50k a week, 3-year contract, crucial first team player status. Will he join in time? That is the question. Nope. Okay. So Andre Wisdom feels like he wants to play. I'll think about it. Okay, so now into the next game, and we're going to play SC Braga. Let's just check our team. Where's Houlihan? He's a little bit jagged. Maybe I'm going to bring on Johnny Howson into the centre there. And here we are, guys. Semi-final once again at Signal Iduna Park against Braga. The one game that I've actually played so far in this episode was a 0-0 draw. It was a bit of a bore, but I've got my new signing Damari Gray playing out on the left wing. Hopefully he can provide some magic. And I'm playing it straight out to that left hand side. Damari Gray is going to get right. He's just going to get so involved in this game. I'm telling you now. And hopefully Jerome should be out the door soon. I cannot be dealing with people not performing in this career mode. And I know it seems like I'm really impatient, seeing as I only actually used him in one game, but he just performs so badly. I just can't be having it. Oh no. My players are literally just missing the ball and running straight past it. They're missing the ball. It's just awful football so far. Awful. What a block, Olsen.
That's a good challenge between the two of them.
To be fair to him, we did just win that back. Mulumbu. Let's go, Mbakani. Oh, he's pinged it over Mulumbu. Ref?
He clears the danger. Olsen. It's Gray.
Damari Gray with the turn. Wisdom. Howson.
Looking for
Mbakani. He's through. Finessing the bottom corner. And it's taken a deflection. But it's 1-0 Norwich City. I think that was going in anyway, personally, but is that going to go down? Yeah, Mbakani's goal. So that was going to go in, otherwise it'd be classed as an own goal. Ref? Nope. Okay.
And he gets it back.
Big save, Ruddy.
The keeper.
Go on, Malumbu, play on. And that's half time, guys. Again, apart from the goal from Mbakani, that was a relatively boring half. So hopefully we can get the second half alive and kick in. Maybe get another goal and seal up.
Well, the losing team have got to do something.
So here we are, guys, for the second half of this game. Braga have kicked off. Let's rock and roll.
Taking it well under pressure. Hassan.
No. He's in. No.
Really good goalkeeper.
Oh, wow. That was diabolical. I thought I'd be alright considering that hit the post. Clearly not. 1-1.
Level.
So let's just go. Let's just run. Run with it. Run with it. Okay. I'll take a throw in. I'll take a throw in.
After the ball's gone out. Johnny House.
Redmond. Oh, cuts inside. Redmond. Ooh.
Stop.
Fair play, son.
As tightly as they can. This corner could be a problem. They've got to defend it well.
They called the second man over. Demario Gray. Back heel. That was dreadful. Where was the shot power?
Wasn't very good control. They've lost the ball. Yusuf Malumbu. Johnny House.
Redmond. Oh, too much.
That's great work by the goalkeeper.
Seeing as this is probably going to go to extra time, bring on Lewis Graben. Let's get Ofu. I'm just going to call him Ofu. Let's get Ofu on the pitch.
Subs getting ready. Johnny House.
No. Mbakani. No!
Wants to play on the shoulder of the last defender. He's just
Oh, he was offside. He was offside, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. To be fair, I think I'd have been more gutted had he actually scored and it be ruled offside, so I'll take that.
2 more minutes to be played then, added time.
Oh, good job that. Didn't get through either. Graben would have been offside. That's it, 1-1. So here we go. Lewis Graben, first penalty. Top left, top left. Beautiful.
And that's a brilliant goal, well taken.
I reckon he's going bottom right, bottom right. Oh, get in. There you go, straight down the middle.
Makes the save though.
God's sake.
To move, he didn't move.
Got it. Mbakani. Straight down the middle.
Penalty from him in these circumstances. He doesn't look all that confident.
And he's at the post. Decent. Russell Martin now, my centre back. I'm taking a risk. I've chipped it. Oh, yeah.
He stood up at the ball.
Rafa.
Well, up he steps. There's no hiding place. He looks apprehensive.
Oh, and he's put it straight into the top corner.
Approach there with the stutter.
Redmond, don't let me down. Bottom right. Oh, God. No.
It's down to him now, just to...
And knowing my luck, Luis Carlos is about to bang it in. Yes! Well in, Ruddy. Demario Gray, is he going to be the star man instead then? He is. Top corner. Now I'm counting on John Ruddy. Bolly cannot score.
Absolutely no margin for error for him.
Yes! Get in. Run to the cameras, Ruddy. Run for it, son. Get in. Fantastic penalties. So here we are, guys. Benik Afobe and Callum Wilson are accepted their contracts. Welcome to Norwich, Callum Wilson, and welcome to Norwich, Benik Afobe. Cameron Jerome is gone, thank God. And there we go, 2 new signings. Let's bring him into the team. His stats do look quite good for a 23-year-old striker. And then Benik Afobe is going to come in for Lauser, and Lauser's going to drop to the bench. Drop to the reserves, I mean, sorry. And that is going to be it for the first episode. In the next episode, we will take down the final of the European International Cup and then dive it straight in to the start of the BPL season. And the first game will be Crystal Palace. So relatively easy, but going to be quite a bit of a challenge. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, rate and subscribe, and